Hello, good people. I'm Chris. Thanks for tuning in, where faith, family, and finances come together. So today is Wednesday, right? We're gonna look at doing a midweek money check, right? Are you still on track? So before we get into it, pause for just a moment, right? A few of my mentors on this week have been pointing out a few things, and I am in agreement. So I'm gonna point it out right quick, and then I'll move to my little what I have to present. So one ETF that hopefully is on your radar or have been on your radar for a while, and that is VUG, Vanguard's Index Fund. That is an ETF, which is a bucket of stocks all in one, right? You got to do your own research, right? You got to go do your own research, see if it fits your strategy, your plan, and your budget, right? So VUG is one you should take a look at, right? It's been up. It's been up nicely most of this year. It's been on everybody's radar the last few days because it's been, it's been moving up nicely. It's been moving up like $1 a day, something like that. Don't hold me to my feet to the fire, something like that, right? But there is some expectation for it over the next year. That is where you would need to do your own research to see if the expectation is online for what it is you're trying to do with your portfolio, with your financial goals for the year, your plans for the year, right? So you got to take a little risk, and then you got to be smart. You got to be wise, right? So VUG is a wise play that fits my strategy, fits my goals for today and for my long term, right? Okay, and then so VUG was one. The next one, Keenan Grace, harped on the day. You can pull him up, Keenan Grace. He was talking about VUG and SPMO. SPMO is Invesco Exchange Traded Fund, right? Another ETF, right? And he had a whole lot of reasons as to why it should be on your radar. In the end, still, you got to do your own research, right? And one that I've been talking about off and on, one that my mentor, my number one mentor, is Larry Jones. Larry Jones have been loving GRNY. That is the ticker symbol, GRNY, Granny Strat. All I can say is you should do your own research on Granny Strat. Granny Strat has been fluctuating between $22 and $25 most of this year. Right now it's sitting at $25.33. So what I love about it is, one, you should look who the CEO is, right? Two, you should do a little research on that CEO and what he's all about, right? Three, it's cost. It's not going to stay that way as that, right? The S&P, what the S&P was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, it's well beyond where it's at now, right? Same thing goes for VOO, VTI, and everything else. It all goes up over time when you're tied to the right thing. So I think Granny Strats is a good one to put on your radar. It's very affordable. You should be able to build a strong position in just 1 year, right? And as you continue to DCO year over year, 2 to 3 years, you should have a nice, fat, insane position. In my opinion, if you believe in the company and in the trajectory of what the company is all about, then, or what the fund is all about, how it's weighted, right? Then, if you can get in something early, which 20 something dollars would be early, and you can build a strong position. I mean, if you're DCN, you can at least pick up one or half of one a week. So if you picked up one a week, that's 4 months. It's 12 months in a year. 12 times 4 is 48, right? That's a decent position. How and why can I say that's a decent position? I was looking at something something I have 22 of. Okay, I was saying there could be 48, right? I got into Shopify. Shop is the ticker symbol, SHOP, shop, Shopify. Go do your own research, see what Shopify is all about. But Shopify, in my opinion, was a big boy. I mean, I watched it in 2020 and 2021, and it was like $1,750 a share, and that was not in my wheelhouse at the time. And then they had a split coming up. I'm not gonna go deep into the split because I haven't got into what I had planned for today. I just wanna, I'm I'm giving legs to if you just have 48 shares of Granny, and then in a couple of years, they say it took off, right? So, shop, my shop position, I have 22 now, at least in this portfolio I'm looking at, right? But at the time, anyway, so I had 3.5 shares of shop at 17.50. They did a 10-for-1 split, right? No, I think I have more than I have more than anyway, the market was crashing. The stock had fallen all the way down to $350 before they did the 10-for-1 split. So from 17.50 to 350, they did a split, and I think at the time I must have had like 7.5 shares, because after the split I went to 75, right? And my goal was to get to 100. So I ended up at a little bit over 100 before it finally started taking off, and it started inching up a little bit at a time. But they did this split. They reduced the price from $3.50 to $29. I'm all over the place. I just want to give you a snapshot when you get in something at the right opportunity, right? I got into shop at the right opportunity, $29 at least after the split, right? Built it up to 100. Right now, shop, since it split had to be about 2.5, 3 years ago, maybe a little bit better. So Shopify right now is up, or at least mine is up over 300%, right? So from $29 to $169.45. Not saying Granny is on trajectory to do the same, but I'm telling you, I'm always talking about consistency and being patient, right? So I was being patient because I still had some, but I took profit along the way, because it wasn't my long-term hold. It was something I was getting in to bolster my overall portfolio, to increase my financial wealth, and that is what I use it for. Which is why I no longer have 100 and something. I only have 22 in this portfolio. So, okay, we're going to get off that because I could go on and on and on when it comes to talking about the stock market and stocks and being patient and what have you. But on today, we're looking at what? I said it's Wednesday, midweek money checkup, and are you still on track? So, let's get to it, good people. It's Wednesday, the middle of the week. Let me ask you this. Are your finances still on track? Or did life already knock you off course? It happens. It happens to the best of us, right? Okay. Wednesday isn't for panic. It's for awareness. A simple midweek money check can stop small issues from turning into long-term problems. We want to have long-term positions that we're holding on to build our financial wealth. Our goal is not to have long-term problems. So we have to be proactive, right? Okay. Ask yourself 3 honest questions. Did I spend with intention on this week? I know it's going into Christmas. Today is Christmas Eve. My family will be coming over shortly, so I'm trying to get this out of the way so I can finish preparing for that. Kick back, relax, and enjoy family, right? So, did I spend with intention on this week? I don't know about you, but I did, right? Did I move even a small amount toward my financial future? That's a good question. I do that every week. I do that every week because I've already learned the best person to take care of the future me, as my brother, as my good friend Smart Money Bro, like to say, the best person to take care of the future you is the present you, the current you, the right now you is the best person that's going to take care of the future you down the road. So if we don't do our part right now, who do we have to complain to in the future? Nobody but ourselves. Okay, moving on. Did my decisions reflect my faith and my family priorities? So when I say you have to do your own research, does it fit your strategy? Does it fit your goal? Does it fit your family priorities? If you, your whole family, God bless you. You only need to check to make sure it fits you and your priorities. But if you have a family, You got to take different things into consideration, right? Moving on. Wealth isn't built by being perfect. And I say all the time, I am not perfect. Even though my kids say when I talk with such authority behind my words that it seems like I'm perfect and I don't make mistakes. Hey, that's one person's interpretation. All I know is the things I've gone through in life, the things that my parents taught me, and what life has taught me. I'm pretty confident in something once I learn it, once I do my study, once I do my research, then I'm confident in that which I have learned, right? So, one person may take it as if he don't make mistakes. No, my goal is to see a thing through to its end, learn where I erred at, and how I can do better the next time I'm in a similar like situation. So I don't go in blinded, I go in well prepared and I follow my plan through to the end. And, if it doesn't work out the way I had intended to, I'll know better the next time. So again, wealth isn't built by being perfect. It's built by being consistent. It is built by being consistent, right? So hopefully we're being consistent in our investing, right? Hopefully we're being consistent in growing our financial knowledge and in growing our financial wealth. Missing a step doesn't mean you fail. It means you notice, and notice is progress. A moment ago, I said I like to see things through to the end, take note of what worked, what didn't work, and I'll know better going forward. That's what progress is, when you could take note of what worked, what didn't work, what you need to scrap out of your plan, what you need to put into the plan, what you need to bolster in the plan. And that's how you get progress, good people. So we're going to do a faith connection. Scripture teaches us that faithfulness in small things leads to greater responsibility. You want more, got to be willing to sacrifice more, right? And as you sacrifice more, God begin to touch, blow on, breathe on, and things begin to increase. So your Wednesday decisions matter more than your Monday intentions. If you're on track, don't quit, just reset, right? Small corrections today protect big goals in your tomorrows. So if this content has helped you in any way, please share it with someone who can use it. Take care and be blessed continually, my friend.